Uganda has one of the youngest populations in the world, with an average age of 15 years or younger. It is estimated that over 1 million young people are entering the job market each year. However, the youth unemployment rate stands at over 85%. The unemployment rate among youth with disabilities is even higher. Inequities in education and vocational training, negative attitudes about disability, and discrimination all reduce the employment options available to them. Of those that find employment, 10% have formal jobs, while 90% work in the informal sector. About 54% of the latter category are self-employed entrepreneurs. However, most of those entrepreneurs are driven by necessity rather than opportunity, and their business activities are basically a survival strategy. Without business education or financial support, they miss out on the opportunity to earn a higher income that could lift them and their families out of poverty. While a number of private sector companies, NGOs, training providers, and other livelihood actors are willing to offer more opportunities to people with disabilities, most report a lack of knowledge on how to support them. The Make 12.4% Work initiative was born through an innovation process with young Ugandan changemakers with disabilities in September 2017. 12.4% stands for the population of Uganda with a disability. In just 2 years since our official launch, we have made tremendous strides in transforming the employment sphere in Uganda. From 12 ambassadors who bought into our vision, we have garnered commitment from over 124 companies, institutions, and development organizations. We have steadily channeled that commitment to action. Here is how we do it. We put youth with disabilities in the lead. Our activities are driven by a select group of youth with disabilities that we refer to as disability inclusion facilitators. As positive role models, they challenge negative perceptions, stereotypes, and beliefs about persons with disabilities. We put commitment into practice. Organizations, institutions, and companies that sign up as members of the initiative are guided by our disability inclusion facilitators to take steps to ensure the full and active participation of persons with disabilities in their workplaces or livelihood programs. We innovate and invest in action learning. We work with a diverse group of job seekers with disabilities with different needs and abilities, many of whom face complex barriers to inclusion. We co-design solutions together with other stakeholders, test them, and share our learnings. We celebrate success. We document the voices of young people with disabilities and profile the good practices of our member organizations so that others can learn and follow. We share these widely through our newsletter, website, and social media pages. And it works. In central and northern Uganda, over 6,500 people with disabilities have been included in employment opportunities and livelihood programs through our interventions. This has had a direct positive impact on their quality of life, living conditions, and social inclusion. Together with your support, we plan to scale this up to the whole of Uganda. As the COVID-19 pandemic continues to wreak havoc on economies worldwide, tough times lie ahead. We are concerned not only about the potential direct health impact of COVID-19, but also the effects of the necessary response measures on the livelihoods of people with disabilities. With your support, we can embed our COVID-19 response into our longer-term economic empowerment program with the aim of offering both short-term relief and economic resilience post-pandemic. This is what we plan to do. We will explore different pathways to facilitate sustainable business and work for youth with disabilities in the informal sector. We will set up an interactive portal around disability inclusion, a one-stop shop for everyone looking for information and available opportunities. The portal will also have a connection to a help desk for inquiries or complaints, as well as resource packages for the disability inclusion facilitators to aid their work. We will directly support at least 500 entrepreneurs with disabilities and youth enterprise groups to set up micro-enterprises with access to business development services, as well as coaching and monitoring from our disability inclusion facilitators. By you supporting us to upscale our proven concept, building in additional intervention strategies, and remaining innovative, we expect within a time frame of 3 years to raise our membership from 124 to 250 institutions, organizations, and companies. Have another 10,000 people with disabilities connected to mainstream employment and livelihood opportunities, with special attention to women, youth, and diversity in impairments. And have a consolidated network of disability inclusion facilitators in all 4 regions of Uganda, well connected to disability structures, providing services to government, private sector, and civil society on disability inclusion. We hope you will join us as we continue to empower people with disabilities, foster their inclusion in all spheres of community life, and unlock their potential.